Are you sick of hearing about Zootopia? Well, I got some great news for you. This is a new series I'm going to try and do on here where I basically just look for and then discuss very weird and obscure pieces of, I guess we'll just call it furry media. Anything that just, most people probably don't think about, may not even be aware exists. Well, I'm going to bring that to the surface. And for the first episode, we're going to be talking about a movie called The Tale of the Fox. This one is actually going way back. I believe the release date was 1937. So that's kind of old. But I believe the movie was finished, or at least the main production was finished, I think 1930. It's a stop-motion animated movie, and the animation, I think, went on from 1929 to 1930. But then there were some difficulties with getting the soundtrack applied, so that didn't happen until 37, I guess. Now, I don't have a complete history of this movie in my head, but I think it was a German production. I did a little bit of research. I think it was a German production, and then for whatever reason, when it finally got the soundtrack applied, I guess it was a French dub. I don't know if there exists English subtitles or anything. I think there's only the French dub. I haven't been able to find subtitles anywhere. I've only looked on YouTube though, so basically the only version that I found is it's the French dub with no subtitles. So basically I'm watching this animated movie in French, just kind of trying to guess what's going on here. I more or less was able to get the gist of it, but I did have to do a little bit more research to just kind of make sure that I understood the material properly. So basically in the film there is, I guess, this fox who comes to this town and he's causing mischief. Like he tricks this bird into dropping a piece of, I don't know if it was cheese or bread or whatever it was. It's a bird, so maybe it was bread. Whatever, he tricks the bird into dropping it, and then he takes it, because he's he sucks, I guess. Or he tricks another, I think it might have been a wolf or some other kind of canine creature. Again, I'm just over here, I'm just guessing. I have no idea what anybody's saying. I just have to kind of use my my brain noodle there a little bit. But he has a bunch of fish, which I think he stole. I watched it a few days ago, so I'm already losing stuff, I guess. But he had a bunch of fish somewhere, and I think he stole the fish, and this wolf or whatever it is asking hey, how'd you get all that fish? So he tricks the wolf into sticking his tail into a hole in an icy pond. He's telling him that that's how he caught the fish, but then the water freezes and he gets his tail stuck. Yeah, so he's just kind of doing mischievous little, I don't know, dick things, I guess. I don't think any children are watching this. Yeah, he's just being a dick. But then he does other things that are kind of really dark. I think there was a part that suggested that he, I guess, ate a chicken. Again, this is a movie with all anthro-animal characters, so chickens are kind of like people. Because all the animals are like people, they're animal people. And he ate this chicken, and then they showed the skeleton, and it's kind of morbid. I'm just wondering, did I understand that scene correctly? Because that's so messed up, and this feels like a kid's movie, but maybe not, I don't really know. I mean, I guess this movie would be fine, more or less, to show to kids. There's nothing very traumatic. I think, to me, the thing that came off as the most inappropriate, just depending on how you want to view it, is that they do show there's a bit of puppet nudity. I mean, it was kind of like a breastfeeding bit, so it's nothing vulgar, I guess. I don't really know where I'm going with this. So we got puppet boobies, we got chicken skeletons, we got a fox that's just being a dick, and I guess all the village people are complaining to the king about it, and it leads to them kind of gathering and forming this raid against this fox until they get him or something. That's kind of the best that I was able to pick up just from watching the movie and then reading a description on the internet somewhere. I couldn't find a ton of info about it, but what I did find, I think I more or less explained. It is based on a piece of literature. I'll just post the name and the author somewhere over there. I will say, even though I couldn't understand certain things, my interest was kept because the animation is just fantastic. It's just very appealing looking stop motion. It's very smooth, and they got a neat, I don't know how they did it, but they got motion blur on some of it. very impressive for something as old as that. I guess that's all I have to say about that, so check it out if you want to, and hopefully I'll be able to do more videos of this sort. I think this could be an interesting series. I might want to talk about Blood Tea Red String, or maybe Lego Fabuland. Weird stuff that nobody's talking about, that more people should be talking about. Okay, bye!